Well guys, if you've watched this channel for a little while, you may have noticed that I've done quite a few or a decent amount of setup videos as well as review videos on Ubiquiti's UniFi system. This is along those lines as well. This is Ubiquiti's UniFi G4 Dome camera, and I'm really looking forward to getting this up to see the quality, but this video is all about setting it up. Well, if you know anything about UniFi, it's incredibly easy. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so this is the G4 Dome, which I'm really looking forward to this. I actually have a couple G3 G3 Flex cameras already installed, and I'm looking to get something a little bit higher quality in the front of my house where I currently don't have any UniFi system products. It's all, I actually run Reolink for a lot of my security stuff, so I'm actually looking forward to doing more of these. These are a lot more expensive cameras than the Reolinks, which is why I have more Reolinks currently, but these tend to be higher quality, and I love how they integrate with my system. So you can see here as I open the box, nice little camera there, the dome camera. Looks like there's there is a rubber seal right here. So when the cable goes in there, pops out. Okay, so that's that. Let's see down here. We have, there's a metal plate. All right, so there's a metal plate right here on a sheet, just holding it in place. I'm gonna set that there. Mounting tools. Oh, look at that. They actually have a pattern for you to mounting template with a bubble level attached to it. That's pretty cool. All right, so I'll set that over there. Just safety notes, standard stuff that I won't probably even open. We actually have a screw packet with a whole bunch of different fasteners, drywall anchors, things like that. Set that over there as well. And then the actual plastic disc that it actually will connect to. And that seems like that is it. And these two items. There is a QR code here on the first sheet that it kind of came out, and on the back that probably gives you instructions of what to do. So if you need those come with it as well. So let's take a peek at this guy. Alright, so on the dome there is a little sticker that says you twist basically counterclockwise, loosey-goosey, right? To remove the dome, I would assume. Let's pop. Hey, look at that. Yep, gets to the actual camera. That's how you can actually orient the camera. So you can move the camera up and down. Well, I bet you can twist it, I would think, too. Maybe. Yeah, you can twist it off axis. So obviously if you mount this camera and it's not actually level, it's kind of like this on like maybe an angled piece, you can actually twist this camera to make the video feed level. So that's awesome. And I'm going to put that back on there to keep everything protected while I'm, and obviously I'll clean that up in the end with my fingerprints all over it now. So we have this rubber seal. Obviously it's going to seal the cable that's going to go in and actually plug in. That's awesome. Then we have these two mounting plates. We have the metal plate right here. Okay. And then we have this plate. So I would assume that this metal plate's kind of like a spacer out. So whatever you mount it against, that's going to space it out if need be. I wonder if this is kind of an additional item just to space it out that 1/16 of an inch if you need to. That, or this is actually meant for drywall to go on the other side of the drywall so you can sandwich it. I bet that's probably more what it's for. It's for drywall purposes. So it's for sandwiching between two materials. I would bet that in this packet, let's actually pull this out. Yep, there are bolts, nuts and bolts that you would be for this. So basically you have 4 of these bolts that go through. You can see the set-ins for that, and then it's going to go through the drop ceiling, and then this is going to come through, and then you have the nut, and you're good to go. So in my case, I'm going to be mounting this on the outside into a plywood structure. Is what I'm believing I'm going to do it to. I'm just going to use the standard mounting screws. There are 4 mounting screws that'll just mount this directly to the plywood, and that will be that. There is, let's see here, this is going to mount this direction, and I am going to mount it kind of like that. So this is going to be on a vertical wall surface, kind of like this. Dome is going to be on the bottom, and looks like the cable comes out the top, or basically, in my case, so if this rubber boot goes in here, we're going to have the cable basically come straight out of that hole, straight into where it is, which have to do a little bit of calculating exactly where that's going to be. But you can see how that goes in. Then you do have this little sliver tool that you feed up through the hole here, basically unlocks it. So you do that and then you can rotate it out. And you're going to want that on the bottom so it's easy to access to from a ladder where I'm going to mount it. I'm mounting it up pretty high. So that's that. Let's get this mounted on the outside of my house. This is going to go up pretty high up on the wall, and I'm trying to get as much of the front of the house as possible, essentially, with this as an additional camera from my rail link system that I already have flooding the front of the house. So let's get it done. So I have a 5/64 drill bit and my template, and I'm actually going to try to keep it pretty centered, which puts me in this little groove, but it seems like the screws are going to work for me, so we're going to give it a try. Looks good. Now the template does have a hole up here. You can see where they recommend putting the cable hole. So I think I'm actually going to go back up and do that real quick too. That should be good. Okay, let's get this plate mounted. Looks good. Now I just gotta get the cable out. So I got the cable pulled through. Rubber boot that actually goes into the actual camera. I'm gonna put that on the cable first before I put the end on it. Like so. And now I'm gonna terminate the cable quick. Now we should be able to plug the camera in, put the boot on, and then slowly feed everything up and then lock it into place. And I already have this actually connected downstairs, so it's going to probably boot up right away. Well, that's interesting. That's cool. Yep. Okay. I'm going to take that little sticker off the dome, because I'm going to clean it afterward anyway. Let's get this in the system. So you can actually, when I open up my phone here, on the lock screen, UniFi Protect notification. Let me see if I can get this to... Okay, so I'm in the phone now itself. G4 dome has been detected. If I click on that guy, looks like it actually opens the UniFi Protect app automatically. So let's, I would assume that would have gone right back in. Let's go into here, local, haha, there it is. Shows up automatically, a new device found. I'm going to hit add. It's adopting the camera. There's my dogs. We'll give that a minute, we'll be right back. Okay, it came online actually right after, right as I hit the button. Now it's updating. I'm going to let it update. Once it's done updating, I'll be back. Okay, it just took a couple minutes and it's done updating, so let's click on it here. So right now I'm pointed pretty far down. I want to definitely angle it up. So I'm going to actually take my phone up with me and use the app to basically orient it how I like it. Like it. I just gotta clean the dome off. So that's it. Setting up UniFi devices is extremely easy. Cameras, access points, everything. It's super easy. So if you're interested in finding out more, I'll put links to UniFi's devices down below, especially also to this camera. And keep an eye out for my review on this camera once I actually have some time with it. Otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, share this video if you can for me. Head over to techgooch.com if you have any questions. And we'll catch you back here on GeekSmart for another future video setup. We'll see you soon.